Okay, so we had some of those problems in the scalar matrices where you had to find an unknown that was embedded inside a matrix. What we're going to do now is solve for x, in this case where x is an entire matrix itself. Okay, so again, if we couple this with what we've done in the past, so if I had 2/3 x is equal to 7, hey, what would you do to solve for x? What would you do to both sides? So dividing by 2/3 is equivalent to multiplying by its reciprocal, right? And or inverse in this. So what we would do is we'd multiply both sides by 3/2, the reciprocal or multiplicative inverse. And so we're going to do the same here. So let's say we call this set A, and let's call this set B. We have A x is equal to b. So in order to solve for x, to undo this multiplication here, we're going to multiply both sides by the what? The reciprocal. Okay, now here's the case, or here's the one thing that you need to be very careful of. Okay, when you multiply by the reciprocal here, remember, are these two things the same? Do you remember doing this? When you multiply two matrices, they're not the same. Okay, so you have to pay careful attention. Okay, you need to put the inverse in front of whatever's on the other side here, in front of this b value. Okay, if you don't put it in front, you're going to be off. Okay, so you need to pay careful attention to that step as well. Now, when you multiply the reciprocal of this matrix by the matrix itself, it's going to give you a value of 1. It's just an identity property. So that allows you to solve for x. And so if you can calculate this, okay, you'll have your solution. You'll know what x is equal to. Okay, I want you to see if you can find that. Okay, so go through this process here. Okay, if this is your set A and set B, see if you can find what the value is when you multiply that through. So the product of the matrix A times x is equal to B, the matrix B. Okay, in order to solve, again, multiply both sides by the matrix, or the inverse matrix. Make sure you put it to the left of B. So these will cancel, giving you a value of 1. So you're left with just the x, a to the minus 1, or a, the inverse of a times b. And so now if you enter this information, so 4, -6, followed by 3, -4. We'll store that. Again, you can call it whatever you want. I'm just going to put it back into A and B here. And then insert and store the matrix B. And once you have those two stored in your calculators, you can now take the inverse of A and multiply it by the value B. And you have your answer for x, 3312. And again, to confirm this and check to make sure that you have the right answer, it's as simple as taking A, which is already entered, multiplying it by this answer that we just got, just highlight it, hit enter, and you should get 6051 to confirm that you have the right answer.